People say seeing is believable, but sometimes what you don't see is actually there. You just have to think of a way to find and see it for yourself. Knowledge within self is the best knowledge, but you can also learn from others to gain knowledge. You may not believe the knowledge someone gives you, so you try to experience it for yourself. When we are created and brought into life, we are born curious and look at life as a journey, so we adventure to discover new things because everything we see is new to us. So we think to ourselves, what would happen if I do this? When growing from an infant to an adult, we experience and learn new things that we can't even imagine. Some people experience different things in life, but see it differently than others because we all have our own views and opinions. Someone else's experience may not be the same as others, but they do have differences and similarities. Also, when growing up, we make choices that are positive and negative, which can have good or bad reactions. These reactions consist of causes and effects which can come with consequences that you have to deal with. It's on you if you want to accept the positive and negative reactions that you receive. They say we have to crawl before we walk, or start from the bottom and make our way to the top. Every step of the way is a challenge to reach a goal. Every goal comes with a problem to solve. You may have the answers, but not all is true. You just have to experience things to find out for yourself. I think life is a mystery that we will all soon find the real answer to. We don't have all the answers, but what we feel is real. We think that what it is or what we're doing is right. Life is a puzzle with a picture, and every picture tells a story, and every story has message and a meaning to it. Life is a puzzle, but without all the pieces the story cannot be fully told. Each puzzle piece has its own story to it, and when all the pieces are put together, you get the true meaning and message that it is trying to give. Everyone in life has a piece to the puzzle, which is known as knowledge, that we learn from different experiences that we go through. When we learn something, we share with others to see if they believe what you believe is true. It is good to pass down knowledge to others because you don't want them to go through what you have already been through or already been done by someone else by making mistakes while experiencing it. They rather you do it the same or find ways to do it better, and not make the same mistakes that they did or seen. Since we all have our own views and opinions, everyone has a piece to the puzzle of life, but we all really can't figure out what life is really about or why we are here. We are all here to find the answers. Since life goes on, we learn new things every day. Since we all have a piece to the puzzle, then why can't we all come together as a whole and work as a team? One person can't know or do everything. We all have minds of our own, but if we put our minds together as one, then we can do anything that is possible. Like they say, two heads are better than one, as well as one head is better than none. The world needs to come together as one and think outside the box. Even though there are a lot of religions that represent their own beliefs and have faith in what they believe are true, who is actually right? We really can't say who's right or wrong, so I look at all of it as puzzle pieces of life, no matter what we believe. I think we have a lot more to learn. Everyone has their own way of living and communicating with God, but what if we're all confused? I think the only person that knows the answers is God Himself. Words of wisdom: sometimes you got to be your own friend, because sometimes the only person you can trust is yourself. Get to know yourself before you get to know others. If you're following someone else's footsteps, make sure you know where you are going or where it's leading you, because once you get to where you are going, it may not be where you want to be. We all make stupid mistakes in life, but have you ever heard of a smart mistake? Hell no, so you look back and realize that it was a dumb move. So learn from your mistakes and turn them into smart moves. Never make the same mistake unless you a dummy. You can learn a lot from a dummy. Never make a mistake that someone else made. Try something different, but be smart about it. Your brain is like a storage box. You just got to remember what you store. We have God-like hearts, but we are devilish-minded. That's why the heart is stronger than the brain. You can be brain dead and still living, but you can't live without the heart if it stops pumping. Anyone can be negative, but can you be positive? Life gets more real as you get older. When you are younger, you fantasize on what life could be like, but even when you get older, you look at life hoping for the best. Yesterday is the beginning of tomorrow. What you do in the past will affect your future, but today is a new beginning of a new life. I can't know everything, so you be the judge. The Bible is not the answer to life, which is because there are many answers to one question. The Bible is just another puzzle piece to a bigger picture. We still have a lot more to truth to learn and knowledge to gain. A weak mind will believe anything, but a strong mind will find the truth to a belief that no one else haven't thought of before. Upgrade your mind because a lot can be possible if you put your mind to it. Think twice before making a choice you'll regret because that second thought can save time from mistakes that could have been prevented from the start, but people got to learn some kind of way. Life is like an obstacle course. You just got to learn how to get through it. You go through ups and downs and you learn right from wrong and wrong from right. There's always something in your way and you got to figure out how to get around it. Don't tell me what you think and believe. Tell me what you know and give me facts. Comment but keep your opinions to yourself. Not trying to hear it? We may not think the same way, but if you explain yourself so I can have a better understanding, then go for it. Open-minded and ready to listen. But be prepared for feedback. Don't get overwhelmed by emotions. It can confuse you. Try to understand your emotions. Because sometimes what you feels is because of a misunderstanding that you can't seem to figure out. Don't let your feelings get to you if it ain't worth it. It can sometimes be a weakness to where you have to find the strength to overcome it. Using knowledge to get through. Not letting out take over my life. I am in control of the knowledge that is being gained. Digging deeper for errors. Thinking ahead for fewer mistakes. Using the knowledge to my advantage to gain more as I go. Using past knowledge to gain better knowledge for future knowledge. Upgrading my mind, body and soul, and growing and upgrading with life. Not living in the past. Not moving too fast. Living life like TD is my last. Consider yourself an individual but equal as a human being. Don't let anyone or anything control who you are. Be yourself and stay true. Love yourself because who else will when no one does? A way to a woman's heart is understanding her feelings and being able to get her to understand yours. ECT. But everything else falls into place. If you going to believe in someone, don't forget to believe in yourself and not be a follower. Think it out and think ahead. Follow your intuition and go for it. Everyone makes mistakes, but learn from them. You're not perfect. Only human. The best thing to do in a relationship is to have self-control physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, and sexually. Understand yourself and the person you're with. Communication from the mind and body is the key.